अगर आप भी गिटार सीखना चाहते हैं एंड यू वांट टू टेक योर गिटार प्लेइंग टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल, देन चेक आउट माई इंटरमीडिएट गिटार कोर्स कॉल्ड नेक्स्ट लेवल गिटार। इस गिटार कोर्स में हम बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स को कवर करेंगे, जैसे कि कोई भी गाने के कॉर्ड्स खुद से कैसे निकालने हैं, बार कॉर्ड्स कैसे बजाना है, एक्सटेंडेड कॉर्ड्स, फिंगर पिकिंग, म्यूजिक थियोरी, and also a little bit of ear training. I can't wait to see you inside the course. Hope you have fun learning. Click the link to sign up now. Coming to the interview of today, my whole point was to today talk about the songs that are kind of underrated. You know, the last time we spoke about a lot of popular songs. Yeah. I think in Bhag Milka Bhag, slow motion Angreza, again it's like completely blues, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like Irish music.
It's like Irish.
Yeah. What guitars do you have in your collection and which one is your favorite? Okay, one.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4.
Can you teach me some blues, sir?
Yeah, sure. Is that something you want to record or not?
Yeah, we can just do. Go ahead. It's all rolling, so we can just.
Well, blues, I mean, the thing is to teach blues is kind of weird because you should actually listen to the blues
Right,
more
right.
than anything, you know. I mean, you know the progressions and all are fairly simple.
Yeah.
And even the scales that you use are fairly simple. I mean, you like use your A blues, you know, let's say you're playing in A, so. Amazing part of the blues is that you play the minor note on a major chord.
Ah, yeah.
That's what really makes it the blues and gives it even this flat 5.
Right.
You know? This was considered the devil's note, you know. Yeah, I mean, Bach was almost like hung because of this, you know, because he played what you call the flat 5.
Oh, wow.
Such dissonance, you know, that.
Right.
Then, of course, minor blues, you'll be playing the minor versions of these. Including the blues scale, you can play the same.
Right.
But basically, the most important part of the blues, in fact, when you play, is the turnaround. You know? So now, I mean, the progression one knows, but it's what you play on that which really, because see, the turnaround on the 5 chord is where you create the tension.
Right.
And then you let it settle down into the thing, you know. So now, like, say, just play like a full cycle of blues.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Turn around. So you settle back into the thing. You know, when you've created that 5 chord is where the tension happens. And that is the most important part of the blues, because a lot of your... See, you can keep playing notes of the blues scale, but where you really have to change the notes and think accordingly is on these 2 chords.
These 2 chords, right.
You know, so that is the most important thing. And of course, listening to the blues is
by far the best thing.
By far the best. Put on an album. I mean, if you know what what the changes are, you know what the key is. Just pick it up and then go for it.
If I had to, sir, ask you, like, say top 3 greatest blues albums of all time, like, what would you recommend?
Actually, it's very tough to say, but I would say definitely say B.B. King, Live at the Regal is one
Live at
album.
the Regal, yeah.
Then, you know, any old Muddy Waters is great to listen to.
Amazing.
And any of the, I mean, like British blues, I would say John Mayall and the Blues Breakers.
Okay.
The album, that is it's really, really important album, because that's a different side of the blues, you know.
Got it.
I mean, there's millions of albums, but I would say to start with these.
These are the perfect thing to go. Actually, that's amazing, because even though coming back to the Bollywood scene, the best part about the thing about your guitar playing is that you have kind of found a way to adapt these blues into a lot of riffs, right? So, I think the best example of that is Mera Yaar. Yeah. What are some other riffs that people wouldn't think that it is based on a blues?
You know, today I was, there's a film that we've done in Telugu.
Okay.
Called Konchum Ishtum Konchum Kashtam, means a little tough, a little easy.
Okay, got it.
Kabhi Khushi, Kabhi Gum kind of title. And there's a song called Egire, which comes, it's like a friendship song. And that had this riff. Just with these little notes, you know, you can do a lot. Yeah. That's one thing I just thought about it today only.
Oh wow.
Egire, it's a nice song. It's got a nice guitar solo in it also.
But other than that, in Bollywood, say, is there like a song that you feel, you know that it is based on the blues, but people won't guess that it's on the blues? Is there something like that?
Well, not really. In fact, we at one point, I think it is for Laksh. You know, we wanted to write like where, what's that song called? Itni Baatein.
Okay.
We'd written a song which had like a blues kind of
Understood.
thing, but it was too intense. You know, getting too intense and too heavy. But if you no, I mean you heard the influence. I mean of the guitar playing, at least in terms of solos and all that. Like there's a song called Meri Dunya from Hey Baby.
Oh,
Meri Dunya, Meri Dunya. That's got a absolutely blues solo.
Oh,
it's like an Eric Clapton kind of solo, you know, that kind of thing.
Got it.
Then another song, just listening to the other day only, Lie Lie Lie. I mean, Life is Crazy.
Oh, what a song!
You know that? Yeah.
What a song!
Yeah. What a
right.
That one.
Yeah.
That's got a blues solo in it.
Yeah. What an intro! I love that intro.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's got a blues solo in it. Right. The tune's like a rock tune.
The whole solo starts itself with a bend, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah. That's an acoustic.
I think in Wake Up Sid, a lot of songs have been talked about. But you know, generally speaking, coming to the interview of today, my whole point was to today talk about the songs that are kind of underrated. You know, the last time we spoke about a lot of popular songs.
Yeah.
But definitely one of the songs that I thought was underrated was Life is Crazy.
What
a crazy, song. Yeah. I mean, what an intro, and even like, you know.
I like the intro, baby.
Yeah.
And then sorry, I keep playing it in the wrong key.
Amazing. And it also
I think the solo song.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that, yeah.
And even the solo has been played completely on an acoustic only, right?
Yeah.
So that was very interesting to hear. You used Taylor guitars also generally?
Used to. I used to have I can't remember which series, it's a big body.
Oh, it was
with a cutaway.
Oh, got it.
But after I played these, I said he's not using the Taylor.
There's just something about a Martin. There's just something about a Martin.
Something warm, something very raw about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the amazing part about it.
100%. So I think it's a good thing that you touched upon Laksh also.
Yeah.
One of the songs that I wanted to talk about, I thought was way ahead of its time. And just blows my mind, how can somebody compose like this? Was Main Aisa Kyun Hoon?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a song.
That's just like, I mean, literally we were jamming. That tune just fell together just while jamming.
Just by
Main Aisa Kyun, because that's where Javed Saab came up with that line.
Okay.
Main Aisa Kyun, and then after that, the whole opening Main Aisa Kyun is only Main Aisa Kyun. There's nothing else. Main Aisa, Vaisa, you know.
Yeah. And one of those songs, I think, about from that era, which had like a very different kind of a production where you can't really hear anything similar anywhere else. So it starts with such a cool drums intro.
Yeah. And it's like a funk kind of thing. Yeah. It's more like a funk tune, you know. Actually,
right.
We were planning to do a little bit of rap on it, but then it was not getting. It was getting a little nasty rhymish.
Okay.
You know, because to try and do like the rap, which the way they do it now,
right,
is to get one of those guys to come and freestyle. That time there wasn't all that.
Oh yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Crazy. So Life is Crazy, and then this one is called Laksh from the song is Main Aisa Kyun Hoon. After that, I wanted to kind of go into the era of Dawn. And Dawn, I think you had played a little bit when we met last time. But do you remember what you played in the intro?
The first Dawn album had this.
Oh yeah, of course. Iconic.
This is fairly simple.
Yeah.
And this is the only guitar part in the song, except for that other bit part in between that. Something like you know. But I think on the second Dawn is when I actually got to play a little
more. Okay.
So that especially the tune Dil Ko Tham Lo.
Oh yeah. Right. Amazing.
I love this because it's very unusual.
Yeah, what is that chord?
See, basically you start with the D minor.
Yeah.
Then you're playing a C minor 9.
Okay.
And then that's a B7, a B flat 7, but with the 6th note in it. Yeah.
Oh. And then the A7?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So another question that someone has asked in the Instagram story today is that when you come up with these chords, right? When you're playing a D minor, but then instead of a C, you decide to go to a C minor 9, right? Is that the chord? Yeah. And then you have this, right?
Yeah.
And coming back to the same thing that we spoke about in the last video, which was I think this one, the Mitwa chord.
Yeah.
Right? And this.
Yeah.
Right? So one of the questions that people had asked was that how do you come up with these chords?
See, the thing is really, I mean, there's no formula that I plugged into my XFX and I had this chorusy kind of sound, and I just did this like, like let's do it in D minor. So this key's fine.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do something that cycled around this note,
Ah, okay. So we were talking about the song Heya.
Yeah.
And I was saying that like most of the times I think we hear.
Yeah.
That's the top part we hear, but you were saying?
It's actually 2 chords, G minor and D minor. Because you hear the bass line. That's the bass line. So then the chords are just G minor and D minor. So very simple. Very simple. And then there's a part that comes after Tujhe Kaise Mein Batao, that part.
Yeah.
That's like simple B flat, F, G minor, E flat. But I like the pattern that I played with triplets in it.
Yeah, I remember this.
And if you play this part, I've actually played a harmony to it,
Okay, 1,
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. And the wild part is that you can really hear the harmony on the top part, the triplet.
Right,
because the triplet sticks out,
Sticks out, yeah.
So it just sounds very pretty when you do that,
Yeah, even when that part comes and it's such a different part of the song, this is something that's very heard and it's out there.
Yeah.
It sounds
And I've
so
done that
good.
with many songs.
So good. Oh man. So coming to the next song, I also want to give you a little bit of context and also the viewers. So what happened was when I was in Dallas, I was kind of trying to keep posting and do tutorials and all that. So one day again I come up with this song, and such a good song. I thought कि यार इसका मैंने पहले क्यों नहीं किया intro, तो इसका करते हैं सोच के. I figured out like, okay, this is one way that I figured out how to play the intro, and I posted it. I already posted it, but I posted it, and 1 hour later I found another way to play that. So I took that down. I took the video down, and then I posted the second video with the second way that I had figured out how to play. And then you had messaged me ki no, that's not the way to play it. Yeah. So that was not the way to play it, and the song I'm talking about is Dil Kya Kare.
From Salamesh, no?
Yeah.
What I call Salamesh, okay. Basically the chords with that.
Yeah.
And the part is.
Ooh, okay.
It's very simple. G, C, this part of C, inversion of C. You play.
Right.
But you're just playing 2 notes.
Only 2, yeah.
To create a part, and then D.
Understood.
And there's also harmony on this.
Okay, now that makes sense. Right.
So, play that. Can you play the top part?
So it was what?
No. Right? There's one more or not? There's one more part. You play that?
Okay.
2, 3, 4. It's a very typical of African guitar. African guitar, you have like 2-3 guitar players playing and they harmonize with each other.
Understood.
So the beginning part came totally from the whole African kind of thing. I love that kind of music, So I love that kind of guitar playing.
Oh, right. Makes sense. Oh, yeah.
So from that I came up.
Beautiful.
And that becomes like a hook up, a part of the hook. Yeah.
Right. I think if I had remembered it right, I only figured out this part, but I couldn't figure out this.
Yeah, because you're playing that B, that is sounding wrong.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's what's that.
Okay,
that's
got
it.
Understood. So now again, this is so cool because you have 3 guitar parts going on.
And you're going to hear those on headphone. We kept those a little low.
Right.
But the whole idea is to do that whole. In fact, I put some other muted parts and I don't even know they're there anymore.
Oh.
Whether they were there, kept in the mix or not, but all.
Wow.
And it's very good. People should experiment, put this down and see what all stuff that you can play with.
Yeah, kind of keep building on it, right? Amazing. That made so much harder how to figure that out, because at one point I was like, wait, is there a 12 string here?
Yeah.
So many guitar parts. Amazing. So the
patterns.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And see here again the harmony catches on that da-da-da,
Right. Yeah.
It's great fun, yeah. Great fun to do all these kind of parts.
So crazy, yeah. And I think this is kind of a pattern that I've seen with you playing in the Bollywood and most of their intros, that you kind of have a layer of stuff.
Always
have a layer of stuff, right? Like even something, what you said last time was the same simple riff of Kholo Kholo was done twice or thrice.
Which one?
The Kholo Kholo,
yeah.
right? You recorded that twice, right?
So what I did was,
okay,
yeah, to get the reinforcement of that one line.
Understood.
So this was getting a little lost and I was playing. So I said, let me layer it. So there's I think 3 or 4 guitar tracks.
This actually shows a lot of people how kind of playing by yourself and playing in terms of Bollywood setting is completely different.
Yeah.
You kind of make use of the guitar in a way where it kind of throws and comes out, right? Amazing. So if I had to ask you, this is one of the questions that I wanted to ask, was if I had to ask you, then what is your favorite work in Bollywood that you've ever done? What would you pick?
And that's really tough, because I like, there's so many songs actually, man. The thing is, I love Kaise Ye Ruth.
Oh yeah,
all those parts,
Right.
All those, and like all the chords in the guitar, in the flute solo.
Amazing.
Then all those. I love the layering I've done on that.
Right.
I love what I've done for Kyun Ho Gaya Na. For Aao Na.
Oh. Right.
It's got some simple parts. The guitar solo, which is really simple but really nice. Very simple. I love what I played on Yarabba from Salame.
Oh wow, what a song. Yes.
Something. I forgot it. Correct. Something like that. I'm going to work the solo. It is a very like a blues solo. In fact, that's a blues solo.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so you see origins of things just from one A on one A chord. You can play. Then I played.
Right.
Yeah. Then I played. Then what?
Mera Yaar is there.
That
Of course. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there are a lot
yeah.
of things you can come up with, but you got to have heard all this kind of music to know.
I think in Bhag Milka Bhag, slow motion Angreza, again, it's like completely blues, right?
Yeah,
Kind of like Irish music.
it's like Irish.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
wow.
actually country western. Yeah. So 3-4 chords in the whole song.
Yeah. But it sounds
That's
so
right.
cool. Amazing. So
So there's a little bit of blues everywhere. I mean, Zinda was not blues. Zinda was more like hard metal kind of rock. You know, yeah.
Even that, I think you had told that it's not just the top three notes.
Yeah, that's what I hear people.
Yeah. right.
It's actually
With that note on top.
yeah. No, you play just the top two strings. This is the tempo that I've written this line in.
Okay.
Like a bhangra.
Oh.
You know? And then Shankar said, let's do that.
Yeah, but then again, that makes it so different with that note
It
on
makes
top.
it, yeah. You see, the dissonance is very subtle. But it's there.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's the note, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I hear covers of this tune, you know. No one like write them when you're not playing the intro, right? But that man, I said, I forget it, you know, poor guys. I mean, where they going to like sit and learn the intro? So I'd put it somewhere. I'd put it on Instagram some time back. Yeah.
Yeah, even I remember that you had told that.
Yeah.
With that note, yeah.
Even this is the, I told last time I told you this, that I put this on top. You hear the last two times it comes.
Ah, right.
See here also, it's going on right.
Ah, right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it makes a lovely pattern at the back.
It's, I think, about that layering that you've been doing.
These are all like,
Yeah. So one of the things I think we should definitely talk about is the rage that's been going on Instagram is that Maa Solo. Right?
Oh God. yeah.
Can you
It's gone crazy. I mean, like crazy.
And it sounds so good as well, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Can you just show what you're doing there?
See, that solo actually comes in the middle of the song. After the first or second verse it comes. So what I did was in the intro of the song, you know, he played this and I just played. And Shankar just gestured at me to keep continuing.
Okay.
You know? And I figured, like in the song it comes like, you know?
Right.
So what I did was let me play it like really slow. You know? So so Shankar said, take your time on the beginning of the song.
Okay. And it's
And
so
it has a beautiful effect because it really sets the song up well.
And it's so crazy to hear that that now that I know is that you only played the first two notes and then you were told to just continue on stage on the spot, right?
And Shankar just guessed it, go for it.
Right. And I think that by itself became a huge moment.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In fact, the second video which I put, I played the note different. I did this.
Amazing. Oh man, so crazy. So I think kind of ending today's talk, I think I wanted to kind of end it with 2-3 questions that has been
something which people are asking what something.
Yeah. So they've been giving me some questions. So one of the questions that I have is that this person asks that you have been doing this Bollywood stuff and your career spanning over 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So now after all this time that you have gotten everything you wanted, you've achieved everything, you've kind of, in a good place in life, what is something that you care about now? What is something that you're going after now?
Well, see, the thing is that the music continues,
Right.
It's like, though the work has become a little less, but that's normal. But right now it's kind of like a lull period. We've got a lot of shows, we're doing a lot of shows.
Right.
We've got a catalog, we've got some other projects happening which are not film things. And so that is happening. And the music continues, man.
Right.
The thing is, you don't waste time, saying, oh man, I'm not in the studio working every day. And they say, man, sit at home, play, there's so much to do.
Exactly.
I've got I've got equipment that I haven't even checked out. I've got books, I've got jazz books and study books which I've not looked at.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff to do,
I think that is a crazy and good revelation that people will have to know, that it's like a lifelong thing, it never ends.
Yeah.
Right? And even I also kind of caught the interview you did with Faye.
Yeah.
And that interview you were saying the same thing, right? Like you go for it every day and you've been trying to learn jazz.
Yeah, I know,
these days.
I'm struggling. Yeah.
That makes it so relatable for a lot of musicians out there.
Yeah.
Because we all have that point where we're like, you know what, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. And you still kind of push forward.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, amazing. So that is crazy to listen to. Okay, so another question that I have here is someone has asked, have you ever come across a point in your career where money and art has interfered and you have kind of made decisions because of money?
No, not really. I think it's not money and art that kind of thing, but the point is that there is a commercial side to it.
Right.
Actually.
Right.
Now, we don't normally sign films because they're paying us a lot of money. We sign films because the director's good, the producer's good.
Right.
We have made some mistakes, which everybody does.
Right.
But it's never been that being the criteria. We've done a couple of films for people free.
Okay.
We did, and so that's the way it goes.
Yeah, makes sense.
We've done a couple of Marathi songs for Hridayanath Mangeshkar. We didn't charge anything.
Amazing.
You just do it because you're working with a great man and you want to be part of that.
Of course.
So you don't. Yes, of course, there's a commercial angle to it. Sometimes that kind of discussion when you're discussing with the producer that the song is commercial or not. Those are things you have to keep in mind. But then that's anyone who's doing music. Commercial music has to do that,
Makes sense. Okay, so Darsh Tank _11 asks that what guitars do you have in your collection and which one is your favorite?
Well, I've got a few guitars. I've got a few Gibsons, a couple of Paul Reed Smiths, and of course Fender guitars.
Right.
Very, very difficult to say what's my favorite.
Let's say if I had to ask you to pick an electric and an acoustic.
Yeah. If I had to pick an electric, I would probably pick a Paul Reed Smith, one of my Paul Reed Smith custom, because very versatile. You can do many sounds with that. Acoustic here, man. I mean, I take 2 acoustics, this and a nylon.
Okay.
I love this John Mayer guitar.
Yeah, I love
it's
the
just superb.
sound.
Yeah, it's really lovely. It's soft and
Yeah. Soumya asks me that please ask Ehsaan sir about ear training and how to identify unusual chords. I think again coming back.
Well, actually, ear training again is. If you do ear training as like a subject, you start with
Right.
That's it.
The major scale, yeah.
Get this sound into your ears. Then find out what is. So you say ta, your root. What is it? Ta ta. That's the second note of the scale. So it's a major second.
Right.
Do, pa, what is that? Ta pa pa pa. That's a minor third. So it's a minor third above. So you learn intervals. You learn intervals first. And then slowly through that, you will start identifying chords. Now you can identify this is a major. You can hear the sound of a minor.
Right.
You know, you can hear this is a major sound. It's a particular sound that you get used to that sound, and then you start identifying it just as you hear it.
Yeah, I think one of the amazing exercises is that, like, just kind of figuring out major, minor, and those type of chords, right? Amazing. Okay, so I have another question here which says, was there a song that you remember that you overworked in the studio and you worked too much on it and you couldn't, like, lost all objectivity?
We do that very often. Like,
really?
Like I said, I mean, I think was it with you or something? One of the songs that took us the longest to do was "Where's the Party Tonight?"
Oh wow!
Which is a very simple song when you think about it.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't get it.
Wow.
We just couldn't get it. It was just not coming together. These notes, that note, something is sounding wrong. The lyrics are not fitting. It's not sounding great. You know, that just took us a long time. You know.
Oh really?
And sometimes you feel that you overproduce certain songs. You know, which we hear very often. You know, and.
Has there been a moment like that where you kind of cut
initially I thought Bol Na Halke Halke was overproduced, you know.
Oh.
There was Sarangi, there was Santur, there was Jaya, and I heard it and said, man, this is all too much, you know. So Shankar said, be patient, let's mix the song.
Okay.
And then we'll delete, you know. Because we'd recorded Santur on it, we'd recorded Sarangi on it,
right.
Sarod on it, there's flute on it, Naveen was playing flute, plus all my guitar stuff.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, all that, eh?
Is there, like, if we talk about that, solo is of course iconic, right? But in terms of chords, what have you played in this song? Is there something
very simple
going on? Right. Okay.
Here I've played.
Oh wow!
You hear this guitar playing,
yeah.
You know,
right?
Like a full big karaoke. Na 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 na. And then answer na 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 na.
Okay.
Simple.
So that's a B minor with the open.
B minor
first?
with open with 11.
Oh, nice. Right, amazing.
Actually, this is called a sus4. They've got all kinds of stuff, you know, but it's this what it's.
It's the first open. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, crazy. Even if so, Where's the Party Tonight? It took a long time. What was the reason that it took a long time? What couldn't you get?
Dance tunes are very difficult to come up with something that you feel is, you know. See, we had this hook. Where's the party tonight? We had just this much.
Okay.
Where's the party tonight? So what Karan said that since we're doing disco or funk or whatever you want to call it, let's do it in a way where we can incorporate some Indian, make the singing kind of Indian, you know.
Understood.
So the Indian singing is very Rajasthani if you think about the hook. No, na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Pop. Na 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 na. English again.
Right.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds so good.
It took a long time to get this song.
Okay. Great. Amazing. So I think that's all the questions we have. That was amazing to talk about. And
These are all people on your YouTube channel or
Instagram.
Okay.
I had just like, as I left the hotel to come here, I had put a story. Ki, you know, just shoot me up with questions, whatever you want me to ask. So these are those questions. Well, that was amazing, sir. Thank you so much again for doing this. Can we end it with a jam or something?
Yeah, what do you want to jam on?
Oh man.
Like a blues thing?
Yeah, can we do a blues itself?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Amazing. I think one of the happiest moments is when I'm kind of sitting and jamming blues with someone. Because in college, the way I kind of got into lead and soloing was through blues.
Oh, okay.
Because one of my classmates used to be a blues guitar player. So I kind of got into
You want to play some lead?
Oh, sure, I'll try.
1, 2, 3, 1. Nice.
Amazing.
Cool, yeah.